In this lesson, we're going to be constructing quadrilaterals. Now, keep in mind quadrilaterals, quad means four, right? So quadrilaterals are polygons that have four sides. So we're talking about rectangles, squares, parallelograms, rhombus, trapezoid, stuff like that. What I'm going to do in this video is show you how to construct a rectangle. Again, freehand if you don't have a compass at home. This is our last construction video. So that's, well, we might have a little bit of construction sprinkled into other lessons later on, but for just straight constructions, this is the, especially the basics, this is the last one, and for now, the last one. So what I'm going to show you to do is construct a rectangle, and then in class you're going to be doing this, and square and rhombus and all other ones, you're going to try those. Kind of using the same, they're very similar. They're very similar, you just got to think about what the shape is. All right, so given the sides of a rectangle, here they are right here. So you're given this length right here is the side of a rectangle, and then this length right here. Now, I don't know if it copied right, but that length, that longer length, is supposed to be the same length as AB, so let's just make sure it is, and if it's not, I'm going to see if it is on here. I don't know if like my screen stretched it out or not. So is that the same as that? Almost. See, that's off just by a little bit. So actually it is. It is the same right there and there, yeah. Red to red. Yeah, okay, so we're good. Perfect. All right, so what we need, because remember rectangles have right angles, so do squares. So this is similar for a square. When you do square, very similar to a rectangle. The only difference is the length. We need perpendicular lines through A and M. Now the reason why they took line segment AB and you see they drew the auxiliary lines. So those auxiliary lines are just meant to extend AB because we want to make sure we hit AB twice. We've got to be on both sides of A and both sides of B. How are you going to do that if you don't have it extended? So that's where we're going to start. We're going to go to point A. I'm going to make this smaller, right? All right, so go to point A. And what we're doing is making our perpendiculars. We've done this a bunch of times, right? So there's, oh, we're not drawing. Oh, what, we have the wrong color, that's why. There we go. There's one on that side, and then, ooh, I shouldn't have moved it. Try that again. So there's that. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo that real quick because I don't want to move the compass. Okay, so let's do that. There we go. And then we flip it around and boom. All right. So there's one on each side of A, and let's do one on each side of B since I have the compass the way we want it right now. Boom, and then flip it around and boom. All right. So you could have done the half. Oh, what did I just do? You could have done the half circle. You could have done a full circle around A, full circle around B. It doesn't matter. All you really need is arcs on either side of A and B. Okay, so now we're going to mark those. Oh. Color, come back pen. All right, so there's one point, there's another point, there's another point, and there's another point. We need perpendicular lines going through A and B. So what we're going to do is go to A, right? Open up our compass, and we're going to do arcs. I'm going to open it up more actually. Okay, and we're going to do arcs. Yeah, we'll close it a little bit. I just don't want to go off the paper. And if we do an arc up here, right? And then we flip it around. Oh, we don't want to flip that around. I'm just going to move it over. And there we go. And then same thing from B. Alright, so boom. And then the other point on the other side of B. And boom. Okay. So what we created, and you could do below A and B too, it doesn't really matter. What we created is a point above A and a point above B. So a point above A and a point above B we can connect to. You only need 2 points to connect. Alright, so there we go. We're going to put connect A with our point that we made. All right, and then connect B with our point that we made. Okay, so there's our perpendicular. As long as we now use our perpendiculars, we are guaranteed to have guaranteed to have a rectangle. We're guaranteed to have right angles because perpendicular lines make right angles. We all know that. We should know that. The only thing now is to worry about how long do I make those other sides. Well, that's just a matter of copying a line segment, and we know that. We already know how to do that. So I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to copy. We already know the length of AB, so we just need this little one here, right? So put our compass point on one end of it, and then swing it around to the other end, and we're going to have to make it a little shorter. There we go. And I'm going to put a little mark up here even, just to show, I'm kind of showing my work. I'm showing that I measured. By putting a little mark at the end there, you're just showing that you measured that distance, okay? Just if there's any uncertainty there. All right, so now I'm going to put my compass on point A, if this thing lets me. I'm going to move down a little bit. Let's put my compass on point A, right? And then I'm going to swing around. I'm going to change colors. Let's go to green. And I'm going to swing and hit the perpendicular line, and then go to B, because same setting, right? We're not changing the setting, and hit the perpendicular line. There it is. See that? So the purple, all the purple did was a random line to help us get the perpendicular. The green is what matters, because the green is the length, is the correct length copy from above. All right, so there we go. And all we have to do now is get this to straighten. Oh, no, we don't want that. Get this to, come on now. How do we rotate? How do we rotate? There we go. All right, and boom. And we're gonna, I'll go back to purple, right, just so it's all the same color, and we're gonna connect those two dots right there, and then there is our rectangle. So how do we know it's a rectangle? We know we have right angles, 4 right angles, because we did perpendicular lines. Okay, so we know that these are right angles. Boom, boom, because we did the perpendicular lines, and then we copied this small line segment from A and from B. We copied that line segment, so we know that that was the correct distance to go up to get those other 2 vertices, and we connect those. That's pretty simple to connect those and make the last side of the rectangle. We're going to try this in class. You're going to try this in class tomorrow, and along with a square, which is very similar, because a square is a rectangle. It's just all the sides are equal. That's even easier than a rectangle. We're going to try rhombus and do some other constructions in class, those parallel lines, and a couple other practice things then. So I'll see you then.